All right, it's Wednesday. It's a snow day. So we're all stuck inside, and I need a good workout, not just a core one. So it's a lot of core, actually. So this is the plan. I got Tabata queued up. I'm going to stop probably every song. I'm going to pause it and switch songs so I can pick all the good ones. And yeah, probably be about half an hour workout maybe. All right, here we go. Round one. So this is going to be the warm-up run. So I'm going to do heel touches. We have 20 seconds on and a 10-second break. So reach in for the heels or the toes or beyond. Okay, chin to chest. If that bothers your neck, you can lower your head down. 2. We're almost there. All right, last one. Okay, every round's going to be different. So this one we're just going to do a crunch. So working on getting the shoulder blades up. You can reach here if you want. You can cradle your head. Chin to chest. Here we go. So I'm just going to cross my arms here. And just work on getting the shoulder blades up. That's it. And breathe. So I'm exhaling as I crunch it up. Oh, sorry, we got 5 seconds. So it's only 20-second rounds. Nice and easy. All right, oblique side crunch. So crossing one leg over here. And then I'm getting that elbow to that outside knee. Got one on each side. This will be the warm-up. So you should feel that squeeze right here, like a sponge. Almost there. Last one. One more. All right, then you can switch sides. You got a 10-second break in between. Got that oblique side crunch on the other side. 3 seconds. All right, here we go. Or you can skip the breaks like the good old days. All right, we're about halfway there. We got 10 seconds. And we'll switch it up. This doesn't seem like a warm-up, right? One more. All right, we got hip drops. So I'm going to be in a plank here. I'm on my toes, and I'm just going to rotate the hip to one side. Okay, so nice flat back, rotating to one side. You're in that plank. You only have 20 seconds, so everybody should be able to do this. If you need to take a break, you can rest the knees. Okay, we got one more. Okay, I'm going to go to child's pose and stretch. We have one more hip drop on the opposite side, a push-up, and a plank. So a minute left to work. All right, rotate, side plank, other side. So a nice strong core, pulling the belly button in. Now you got about 8 seconds. Oh, we got less than that. 3 seconds, last one. Okay. Then we got push-ups. So knees or toes or tabletop. There's your low. That's your mid if you're walking out. Okay, I'm gonna go on my toes here. So you got 10 seconds. Really focus on the core, pulling your core in tight. And then breathe out as you press through those palms. Got 5 seconds. One more. Okay. Then we're going to just hold a plank for the 20 seconds. Knees, toes, or tabletop. You can do it on your toes out there. Come on, 20 seconds. So nice and tight, hold the plank. Breathe. And that'll be the warm-up round. Or round 1. Hold it. You got 5 seconds. Okay. All right, I'm going to pause it and I'm going to switch songs. Good job. All right, round 1 for 2. This is all going to be lower abs. That's the goal. So leg drops to start. I'm just laying down here and just slowly lowering your legs towards the floor and up. We're only going for like 4 or 5 of these. So control, don't just let them drop. Okay, you control the speed, the momentum. Last one. So that's it. Done. Okay, on this one, I'm going to crisscross the legs. You can rest on your forearms if you want. You can be up here, wherever you want. So crisscross the legs. Crisscross the legs. I'm pointing the toes here. Everything's going to be different every round. So give each round your all. You can always pause in between. We got that 10-second break right here. So full body extensions is the next one. Reach and pull in. Reach or grab. Or just reach here. Okay, here we go. Big reach. Getting the shoulder blades up. Exhale. Breathe out. So halfway, more than halfway. Yeah, one more. Good. All right. We're going to crunch with the legs up this time. So legs up, crunch. There's a mid, there's a low. Okay, high right here. Just get the shoulder blades up. Then we have some V crunches. All right, halfway. Make sure you breathe. As you got a middle option here, the low. Do what you can. Okay, little break. Not for me though, I have to explain. So V crunch. Recline back, drive the knees in. Recline back, drive them in. All right, here we go. Every time we bring the knees in, we're gonna exhale, get the air out. And a little pause here. All right, 5 seconds. Almost there. One more. Okay, wiper blades. So knees at 90 here, and I'm going to rotate towards the floor with my knees bent. So this one's an easy one. Let's get a little stretch. If you want, you can extend the legs out. I don't have room here the way I'm set up, but if you want to extend the legs out, you can do that. All right, next one, reverse crunch. I'm gonna have my hands down. I'm just pressing the hips up towards the ceiling, okay? It's only one round, so if you want to use those hands, you can use the hands for a little momentum, but I don't want momentum. I just want kind of straight up there. Wherever you want your hand placement, but just try not to use momentum. Little break, and then we're gonna do flutter kicks. So just like the crisscrosses, except we're just gonna flutter kick. This is your last round. Let me get that break. All right, so flutter kick. I'm pressing through the toes this time, just to engage the quads a little bit. If you press through the heels, not as effective, but do what you want. All right, keep going. We're almost there. 5 seconds. Starting now. All right, little breather. All right, round 1 in the books. Pausing. Okay, this one is going to be, this one's a downward dog reach. So downward dog, hips up. We're just going to alternate the reach. Right to left, left to right. High hips. So last round we were on our back the whole time. This one we're not going to be. It's only one round per side. Yeah, one more. All right, little break. Push-ups. So one is going to be neutral, the other one's going to be wide. So we're going to stagger. So one is a little bit wider. Okay, there you go. Now you can see it. A little breath. You can be on your knees if you want. So one arm significantly out further. Camera's not really picking it up as much. Okay, now I'm going to switch. This arm's coming in. This one's going out wider. All right, here we go. So just a different variation. After this, I don't think we have any more push-ups. Or just hold a plank, but don't modify because it's hard. or you want it to be easier. Okay, we have mountain climbers. So I'm gonna be in this position. I'm just driving the knees in, driving them in. Okay, I want you to run though if you can. Just holding that plank. 20 seconds of work, 10-second break. So got those breaks in between. Should be working a fatigue. Last couple seconds, a little breather. Okay, a plank hover. So you're in tabletop, we're just hovering the knees off the ground. That's it. 20 seconds. Right, hold it right here. Just hover, catch your breath. Catch your breath, hold your ground, knees up. Just hovering right above the floor. 3 seconds. Okay, little break. We're gonna walk that plank, forearm, hand, knees or toes. Okay, here's our mat. Forearm, hand. If you want to alternate, you can do that. Right to left, left to right. Knees, toes, or tabletop again. Then we got side planks, and we'll be done. Okay, 2 rounds left. I got a side plank here. I'm gonna add a rotation, coming under, up. So knees or your toes. Can you reach under and behind you? Do a little twist. Then we switch sides, and we'll be done with this round. One more. Okay. Last round, we switch sides. That's what he said, last one. All right. Side plank, knees or toes. Big reach underneath. Exaggerate it. Your shoulder, elbow stacked right there. About halfway. We're only going for like 6 to 8 in that 20 seconds. No rush. All right, there we go. Okay, that was another one done. Pause again. All right, here's a little bit, mix everything. So I'm gonna be kind of in a Russian twist position, and I'm gonna reach, alternating the reach. Here we go. 20 seconds. And reach. So keeping that chest up, nice flat back as you're sitting here. Got one more on each side. All right, this time we're gonna go to full sit-ups. So I'm driving my heels into the floor to kind of help me get a little momentum. All right, if you want, you can use your arms to kind of give you a little more momentum. But exhale as you do the sit-up. Everybody says do sit-ups. These are like the worst things. They don't really do much. So one more. But we need a variety. So tabletop crunch. Okay, we got 2 rounds here. So I'm gonna stay on one side, extend one arm out, one leg out. If you wanna just do the one arm at a time, you can do that. But I'm driving this knee into my elbow or your nose. That's the target. Big reach, drive it in. Reach, drive it in. And then options could just be reaching with your hand, but now we're switching sides. So staying on that one side, switch now though. Okay, reach, drive it in. Can you get that knee towards your nose or your elbow? Okay, I'm in that plank too. So wrist, shoulder, elbow in alignment. Always in alignment. Right, we got one more. Stop. Okay, bicycle crunch. Lay down. We're going to the opposite, elbow to opposite knee. Here we go. I'm just cradling that neck. If you want to go fast, go fast. If you want to freeze it, freeze it. I'm going to go fast on this one. And just make sure you breathe. This time I'm pressing through my heels. We're almost there. A couple seconds. Right. The crunch with the legs out wide. So legs out wide and a little crunch. So my knees are almost outside the mat. Just a little different variation. Let me catch my breath a little bit. See, I'm controlling it. I'm not just going up like this. Isn't that like CrossFit stuff? All right, so intentional, slow and controlled, little break. All right, a Superman. Actually, let's do sit-ups to the outside. So on this variation, the sit-up, I'm gonna reach to the outside. Sit up, reach. So alternating to get to the outside of the foot, then switch. So we only have one round of these, so we have to alternate. Just breathe, we're almost there. We got one more. All right. Okay, a Superman on this one. This is the last round. So I'm gonna extend, arms up, legs up, working the low back. So just slow and controlled, a little pause at the top. Breathe. Extend those arms out as far as you can, and your toes pointing towards the wall. All right, we've got a couple more. Last one. All right. Pausing again. All right, this one is glutes, legs. We're starting with bridges. So heels in, we're pressing through the heels. Chin to chest, driving the hips up. Okay? So low pause at the top. So this round, legs, core, glutes. Just something a little different. It's like a full body workout today, kind of. Not necessarily just core. So drive those hips up, freeze it. Do one more. All right, abduction. So bridge, knees out. Okay, bridge, knees out. Like that. So bridge, knees out. Just a little variation. At the top of the bridge, knees go to the outside. Just a little bit. You'll feel it. I'm driving those shoulders to the mat. And then keep breathing. Got one more. Okay. I'm gonna go on my side here. A little side plank. Can be here. You can rest. All right, we're going for legs now. So you got leg raises. Don't let that foot hit the floor. And you can just catch your breath if you need to. I say this in class. There's a shark circling around my mat. Don't let your foot hit the water. All right, little break. This time we're going to drive the knee in. I'm going into the side plank just to get more abs out of it, but you can do whatever you want. If you want to reach and drive the knee in, you can. And then we have one more on this side, and we'll switch, and that'll be it, unless I want to add more. Reach, pull, reach, drive the knee in. One more. Okay, this one is a rainbow. So back of the mat to the front of the mat, like a half circle or a rainbow, right? So wherever you want to be, if you want to rest, okay, exaggerate it, because we only have one round here. It's kind of burning already. And then we're going to flip it over and do the other side. You only got 7 seconds. A couple more. This is 20 seconds. It's just too easy. Right, little break. Okay, then we're switching sides. The leg raise. Okay, get comfy. You want to do the leg raise. Don't let it hit the floor. I'm going to squeeze the obliques here. And just breathe. You have a minute of work, and that's it. So get used to laying like this with your shoulder, elbow aligned every time. Everything you do at the gym or whatever. Okay? I'm going to hold it here, skip the break, knee drive. Okay? If you wanted to be harder, it could have been up here. But here we are. Reach, drive it in. A little pause. Then we have the rainbows. We'll be done with that round. That's all I have too, and I feel like we could keep going. it is a snow day, so does this guy ever shut up? All right, you have the rainbow. Okay, back to the front to the back. Then we'll do a quick stretch, or we'll see if I want to keep going. All right, you got it. Legs aren't quite on fire. We could do another round. We could do another round of those. So let's do it. Get the countdown, 5 seconds. Good. Okay, pausing again. All right, one more round of legs, bonus round. All right, single leg bridge this time, pressing through the heel on that foot on the floor. I'm bringing my toes up just to exaggerate it for you, to show you, but just have your feet down, pressing through the heels, hip up, chin to chest. If you want, you can use momentum wherever you're at. Hold it here, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Breathe. We're switching it up. We're doing 2 rounds here with no break. All right? Okay, drop it. Press up. 20 seconds. Then we're going to switch sides after this. Okay, breathe. Okay, one more. Okay, now you know what's coming. You got 50 seconds straight. Okay, switching legs, bringing the heel in. Chin to chest again. Press those hips towards the ceiling. Low pause at the top. Good. Halfway. Not even. Got like 5 seconds here. We're going to hold on the break again. All right, hold it. Hold it. Breathe. I want that hip. Press all the way up. All right, down and up. Go. Press. Breathe. Let's go. We'll do some fire hydrants or donkey kicks. How about that? Keep going. You're almost there. One more. Okay. Hydrants. Plank. Knee to the outside. All right. Plank here. Just get the knee to the outside. Here we go. So knee outside. Hold the plank. Feel the squeeze in your oblique as you get that knee out. Then we'll do a fire or a donkey kick on that side, and then we'll switch, and then we'll be done. Okay. Okay. Next one. Forearms or hands. Knee. The foot's at 90, and I'm pressing straight up. Straight up towards the. If my foot was a rubber stamp, I want to stamp the top of the ceiling with my foot. So that's kind of your goal. And breathe. And a little pause at the top just to break up the momentum. Okay, one more. And we're going to switch. You have the fire hydrants on the other side. And then 2 rounds left. That's it. So get that knee up and control the speed on the way down. If it's too easy, grab a resistance band. But we're about half an hour into this, so nothing should be easy. All right? Got one more extra. All right. Switching legs, donkey kick, stamp the ceiling. So you're at legs at 90, and I'm pressing up. You can drive the knee in a neutral if you want. I'm just pressing straight up. And then we'll do a little stretch. And I'll be done with this. Right, got 5 seconds. One more. Okay. All right, pausing again. All right, here's a stretch. I'm in a position, tricep push-up position. So elbows are gonna be nice and close to your body. So I'm just laying here, and then I'm gonna go do a little cobra, or a sphinx would be here. Just arching that spine a little bit. Then you can go to child's pose, so sitting back in those hips. You can reach those hands overhead. Okay, coming back down to where we were. And if you want to make it a little more difficult, you can come up here to cobra, or you can come off those back legs. Shoulders down and back. Okay, you can lower down. I'm gonna sit back in those hips in child's pose. Okay, I'm gonna thread the needle. So coming up into the tabletop, reaching up with that left hand, and it's gonna cross under the extended right. That left ear down towards the mat. The other hand can reach behind towards your hip on the outside if you want. Just trying to have that ear down towards the mat. Focus on catching your breath, getting your heart rate down as we cool down and stretch. So pushing up, back to tabletop, opening up on the right. All right, coming under the left hand, right ear down towards the mat. My hand's gonna come and reach around. Nice stretch to the shoulder, your neck and traps. Okay, hands going back down. I'm gonna press up and I'm gonna just lay it on my back here for a second. Okay, I'm gonna go to bridge. I'm gonna interlace my fingers under here and kind of really put all that weight into my shoulder blades. Driving the hips up, interlacing your hands. I'm kind of pulling apart just to stretch everything out. Okay, you can lower it back down here. We're gonna do it one more time. So bridge, driving the hips up, interlacing the fingers, putting the weight in the shoulder blades, chin to chest. All right, you can lower that down again. Okay, I'm gonna bring one leg up here. I'm just gonna point my toe. We'll just make this quick. Flex, press through the heel. You can point the toe. Flex. Okay, I'm gonna bend this knee in, rotate it, dropping it to the outside, and reaching overhead. If you want, you can extend the leg out for a deeper stretch. And come back to center. And toe up. Flex, press to the heel. Okay, we're going to point the toe. Flex. Okay, bringing that knee in again. Rotate, dropping over the outside hip. Arms reaching the other direction or overhead. Big reach. Okay, come back. I'm going to use my body to rock forward. Get a little shoulder, so arms out wide here. I'm going to grab a wrist down low. Wiggle through the fingers. Feel it stretch in your shoulder. Okay, arms out wide. I'm going to rotate my thumbs down. Grab the other wrist down low. We'll go through those fingers. Okay, forearm, a little side bend here. You can reach. And just focus on your breath and releasing the tension. Don't force a stretch. Just listen to your body. Okay, we're going to switch. Big reach towards the edge of the room. Alright. I think that'll be it. Alright, you guys did all of this. Plus I added more at the end. Good job. Enjoy the snow day.